Hello, welcome. This is your sister, Sinette Angela, and I wanted to come forth to talk about 5 fine fragrances for September 2024. And it was hard because there were a lot of scents that I really liked that remind me of this type of year. And for some reason, this September was very calming and relaxing for me. As we know, there are a lot of storms, especially in this part of the North Carolina or the states where I live. There are a lot of threats of tornadoes, and storms, and I feel that vibration and that heaviness as well sometimes, but this year, not so much, and I was so pleased about that. But there were a lot of fragrances that came to mind and I wanted to reach for, but I just didn't. And I'll start, like I said, with 5, starting with the least loved to the most loved, or the most reached for to the least reached for. And this is not to say this was the only thing that I wore. I mixed and matched with other things that I'm not going to mention or share that I wore with it. But these were the one that was mixing and wearing alone a lot. So let's start with fragrance butter from Lush, and I forgot the name of it, but I'm gonna describe it for you. And if you went to Lush and asked for this, they'll know exactly what I was talking about. But it is very much so a chai tea, a little bit of chocolate and cocoa butter in it. And it is so luscious and it makes your skin so smooth and soft. And I love to use this when I first get out of the shower or after shower, getting ready to go to bed. Make you feel so calming and relaxing and your skin so soft and smooth. But I don't wear it to bed a lot because I don't like to be greasy when I go to bed. But this, like I said, chai tea, chocolate, just gorgeous. I wore this a lot, mixed it with a lot of other body oils and fragrances, and it's very non-offensive. So I reach for that a lot this September. Then the next one, I did not wear this one to work, but it is so gorgeous. I wanted one of the fragrance from AI the Great or Paulina, one of those. I was thinking about it, and some of them a little pricey. I could have saved my coins and got one, but I decided to try one, and that was the one inspired or, worked on from AI the Great. It's called, what is it? Ambrosia Imperial. And this, I didn't know what to expect because it had banana in it, and I don't have any fragrance with banana in it. So I took the top off. I was like, woo. I was hit with a lot of saffron and bananas, but it's gorgeous. It's different. I was just addicted to it. And sometimes I just spray. It makes an excellent body spray. It makes an excellent room spray. I sprayed it in my room, in my bathroom before I went to work. I came back and I still smelled it. I smelled it the evening into the next morning. It stays around. If you put it on, furniture or your linen or your curtains, it will be there. But this, I sprayed this a lot this September, not just on my body when I got home or after a shower when I was home. I didn't wear it out anywhere, but I just found myself reaching for this and spraying it a lot. Like I said, when you first smell it, you get that saffron, you get that banana leaf, or not the very ripe banana, but just as it's starting to ripe. You know it's banana, it's just right. Love this. And I'm thinking, but the only thing, it comes in such a large bottle. I will never get through with it. I'll never get to half. So that's why I decided, on the body spray, which, like I said, lasts forever. And I enjoy it. The next one, which is my scent of the day, Xerjoff Nexos. And this is a very different Italiano type of perfume. Very much so. See that shine? She wants to shine. very much so bright lemon, bergamot, lavender, that tobacco, that honey, and I love honey fragrances. This tobacco that's in here, I grew up in the country and we had what you call a pack house. So I was in the tobacco, that pack house, so I got to smell the different phases of tobacco. And this is just as the leaf is beginning to turn brown. And it's not very strong tobacco, but it's that very soft, kind of green type of tobacco. So it's not very strong. And this is not a tobacco forward fragrance, but it is the mixture of that honey and that tobacco. And it's a very beautiful fragrance and very much so unisex. Like I said, this is my fragrance of the day. And I reached for this a couple of times this month, and I find myself being very intrigued by it because at first I wanted to take it back, but I didn't. And this is Nexos by Zozoff. The next one, let's see, which was my fragrance, I think it was last Saturday, Santal Astral by Matière Première. And I reached for this around this month because it's a very light sandalwood, very creamy sandalwood fragrance. Very lovely, very creamy. It reminds me of just being in France in a nice, luxurious library. I'm just intrigued by that every time I smell this. Very lovely, very lovely. Santal Astral, gorgeous. Only wore it like once, twice this month, but you know, when I look at it, I just have it front and center just to look at. I took it out of this case instead of putting it away. I haven't put it away yet. Santal Astral, very gorgeous. And now the number one fragrance that I wore a lot, that I was obsessed with, was September. You're not gonna believe it. And that is Boardwalk by Skylar. When I got this, when did I get this? Maybe a couple of months ago. It was hard to keep this in store, even though I know I could have ordered online. But when I go to Sephora, that's what I want to do, is get Skylar Boardwalk, but it was not there. But this time, I was like, I want that. Let's get that. And when I opened it up, when I got it home to smell it, the top came off. I almost spilled it, but I didn't. I was like, oh my goodness, how did that happen? But anyway, this is a candy-like fragrance, cotton candy, creamy, raspberry, just a very pretty, soft, remind you of a carnival where you in the candy section about to buy, sweet tarts, about to get some cotton candy, about to get some of those popsicles that are the coconut, the strawberry, the raspberry. It is so, light and airy. And with this, you can warm it up, you can brighten it up. I've worn this with Madame, which is a marshmallow type of fragrance. I've worn it with other perfumes that are very lemony, like Devotion. I've worn this with other types of lotions. This EOS pomegranate lotion. And you can wear it to work, and then you can not spray as much, and it could be very pleasing and not overwhelming at all. But this is mostly my scent going to work. Very light. You can't really smell it, but I can, and it's on my work sweater. And that is Boardwalk by Skylar. Very gorgeous. And that was my main fragrance of September 2024. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for visiting the city. Until next time, take care of yourself.